Hello everyone, dear friends. Most likely the video that you will see after the release of this video will be without moving or any pictures. And this is for the reason that the video series was not leaked by this platform. The video is currently under review. If it is still delayed by censorship, then I will release the same video without the video sequence, and you can watch this video in full at the link on Bastion or, for example, on Boost, which I have already released. Well, now, in fact, to the topic of today, which also concerns the topic of the very video that is now rejected from censorship at the moment. Here is the website of a British charitable organization that raises funds for victims of Rikoshi and Kamatki. It is clear that this is usually a woman. But now the world is changing so quickly, and they are trying to replace the concept with us literally in everything. And here, especially on this site, such a small dictionary is issued so that people who grow up in the conditions of today's propaganda understand well what they are told. And it can be noted that there is already a generation that has grown up and does not know other expressions. And this is all according to the foresight of George Orwell in his 1984 book, where he says that this very party of English socialism, which rules the continental power and the island powers, it is trying to replace the concept in such a way that the original meaning of the words disappears altogether, and if the word itself has not disappeared, then its original meaning will be generally unknown to future generations. He gives an example of the word freedom. For example, the toilet is free. This meaning of the word will remain, but the previous meaning of the word, freedom, which we still remember, fortunately, will disappear. Therefore, for each subsequent generation, it is necessary to replace both concepts and words, and reduce it in vocabulary. And this is what is now being done indiscriminately from the mainstream press to even charitable organizations, where it seems to be noble things, to help women affected by this disease. But here they are given, this is a key dictionary from the submission of this very rainbow community for 4 or 5 letters with a plus sign. It is here at the top of this site. But I don't show it on purpose, because here the algorithms read it and here the dictionary is given. The letter starts with the letter B. Bonus hole. Alternative word for vagina. It is very important to double check with those with whom you communicate, which word they prefer. C, well, or C, cisgender. These are those whose gender coincides with the gender of birth. Congruence, feeling of harmony and likeness of your sex. Dead naming, that is a dead name. Intentionally or unintentionally, to name the name of a person whom he no longer uses, because he is the same transformer without his consent. That is, if you accidentally called Vasilis by his real name Vasia, then this is already an insult, and it is recommended here to double check very, very well before you call someone. Discrimination. It is to refer to someone according to some certain characteristics of him and just leads to the cases of transformers and non-binary in postscript. It is against the law to discriminate against someone just because their gender does not match. Well, in general, you understand, right? F. Front or front hole. Alternative word for vagina. And again a note. It is important to double-check with whom and how you communicate what word you will be pleased with. Gender dysphoria, feeling of inconvenience and stress when a person is uncomfortable, and stressed when a person feels that he does not match the sex at his birth. Gender identity. These are the social and cultural expectations of how people of different genders should conduct themselves. Well, in other words, if you expect a woman to lead like a woman, then you may be wrong. Because in fact this woman can feel like a man and, accordingly, you understand what follows from this. Well, other intersexes. These are those who were born with various abnormal sexual anatomy, and so on. In general, this entire vocabulary practically turns common sense upside down. And, unfortunately, generations will grow up that will simply not know how, in general. What is the meaning behind this or that word initially, because schools already teach this. And just as an example, here is the London Telegraph newspaper, yesterday. I can't show you the full article, because it is paid and I didn't pay for the subscription on this computer. Here is a story about a school in County Essex where they installed neutral, so-called fully neutral toilets. Well, you probably understand what I mean. Just for everyone, one and the same. Not women's and men's, but one for everyone in the school. You can imagine what it might look like. And there, in just a few weeks, 4 attacks on girls were reported to the police, by boys who claimed that they were really girls, but they behaved like very bad boys. This is what they bring to already purely in the practical meanings of this term. This is such a liberty when schools go on about imposing this agenda, and real crimes occur that could have simply been avoided by sharing a toilet. But no, this policy must be carried out everywhere, starting with children's steps and schools. That's all, dear friends. Sorry for the stammering and word finding because you're literally just trying to walk through a minefield because one more mispronounced word and the video will be rejected. Thank you very much for your attention. Please put likes after the 30th second. Please leave comments. Preferably at least 7 words. Subscribe to this channel on Spare, on Telegram, on Boosty, on Bastion. And I remind you that the book Occult Games of the Elite and the New World Order and the Occult Matrix can be ordered via email with an autograph under each video, or without an autograph through direct links to the conceptual publisher. Thanks to everyone for helping the channel. Igor Nagoda was with you.